Hi friends, if you're new here, my name is Allison and I am the self-proclaimed priestess of Wonderland, and I'm here to encourage you to put on and readjust your crown and be the king, queen, priestess of your own world, to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, to connect with yourself. And in these moon energy report videos, we will talk about the current week and the energy of the moon and the zodiac that we will be flowing throughout the week. We are following along in the Just a Phase moon planner, and we are going to just take a few minutes to take a deep breath, to recite a mantra with a mala 108 times. This is something quick and easy for you to do to help start your week off with intention and with grounded and centeredness. It only takes a few minutes. We are also going to connect with a specific chakra for the week and choose a chakra oracle card for the collective and the community here. And we will also choose a random oracle card to connect with for the week. And this helps us to really just start the week off with intention and connect. So I will leave you with future Allison, and I hope that you come along and start your week with us. Grab a cozy beverage, take a deep breath, roll your shoulders back, and start the week off with intention. Hey friends, I just wanted to come on here because to warn you that I ended up with a little bit of a story time at the end of today's video. So as always, there are timestamps in the description below. So if you want to skip my Lionsgate portal story, it ended up being pretty long-winded. Open and not interested in the Lionsgate portal energy information, just skip that part. If it doesn't resonate, then walk on by. Oh yeah, and also this video is extra long. It's like an hour, so sorry. Good morning, friends. Cheers. What are you drinking today? I'm having a delicious smoothie this morning. Hopefully future Allison is having a smoothie as well. Welcome to August. We are here to talk about the energy, the moon energy for the week of August 1st. And we're going to start with coloring in the moon phases. We have a first quarter week because we had a new moon last week. I hope everyone had a wonderfully encouraging Leo new moon. It was really nice to step into that energy for the day. I kind of had like a new moon hangover afterwards because it was a lot of energy, and it was a lot of like really positive energy, uplifting, like prosperity energy. And then after like closing out a new moon ceremony and then just like waking up still in with the energy in Leo the following day after the new moon, but it was kind of like a screeching halt. It was like there was all this power raised, and then it was just kind of like, wait, a lot of planets are in retrograde right now. A lot of the planets are kind of conflicting with each other a little bit based on the transits and everything, and I'm not that knowledgeable, at least not enough to like explain it or talk about it, but I could definitely feel that energy. It was like, oh wait, like I was so like empowered and like ready to move forward, and then it was like, oh wait, we still have to like take one step at a time and go very slowly at this. So I'm looking forward to this first quarter week, even if it is in Scorpio, but I hope the energy is going to continue to build. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Lionsgate portal this session, simply because I'd rather like talk about it before so that you can do your own research and see if you want to connect to that energy beforehand, because it is on Monday. So it will be the day that we release next Monday's video, and I like to do things in advance so that when the actual day comes up, I kind of like, I don't have to take that time to do the research and the prepping and the planning, so that if if I end up being like really busy that day, I can like squeeze in something, like something to like tap into that energy, because I've already planned and educated myself about that information. I like to do that before the new moons. That's why I like holding the moon meetings sometime after the last quarter, so that you have time to prep for the new moon and get ready for it, just in case on the actual day life happens, you know? So we've got a first quarter moon on Friday of this week. So at the end of this week, we'll be in Scorpio with the first quarter. So that means everything before that is going to be mostly dark, because we had the new moon last week. So you're gradually going to increase the light as you shade in your circles there. I'm actually going to start. I like to go backwards with this. So I'm just drawing a line for guidance. Oops, I'm doing this the wrong way. Almost putting a line like in the center, because on Thursday you're pretty close to the first quarter. You're almost a first quarter. I think I'm doing my crescent wrong. So Monday is actually closer to like a crescent moon. I'm totally doing this backwards. So on Monday, we are still in the waxing crescent phase. So we're coloring in the left side dark and then leaving a little crescent. Ooh, this color is a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. I'm using a blue color, and all of the other markers in this deck, these are erasable markers that my mother-in-law gave me. A lot of them are super light colored, despite what the actual like cap color is. So I specifically chose this so that you can still see the zodiac signs, but that is not working out. So the crescent is just increasing on the right side until on Friday we have like, you can just put one line straight through the middle, and so you'll be coloring half of the moon dark and leaving half of it light, and then you start to increase the light a little bit more than half. So it's more like you're doing the opposite of what you did at the beginning of the week. You're kind of coloring a small crescent. So the dark side is the crescent side now, with a waxing gibbous moon, because the gibbous is the majority of the moon is lit up. Okay, so we start off with a waxing crescent moon, and it gradually increases until the first quarter on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday you have a waxing gibbous moon. I have chosen to work with the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds deck. I like using this deck for Scorpio energy, and I also just thought that it would like help us to kind of tap in or be preparing for the Lionsgate portal, because it's already open. The portal window is already open. It opened on July 26th, I believe it was, and we will stay in this energy until mid-August sometime, with the peak of it being on the 8th. So the 8th is when the star Sirius is in direct alignment with the Earth. And we'll talk about a little bit about that in a minute. So in a minute. So we are starting off with the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds to tap into some subconscious energy. It also has a little bit of like Lemurian, Atlantis, ancient civilization kind of energy. So I thought that would be kind of nice to kind of tap into galactic energy with this deck. And I've also chosen to work with the Soul Star deck this week, just to kind of prepare for the Lionsgate portal, to start opening up your soul star chakra to help connect with galactic energies. So we are actually going to be using or listening to 963 hertz for the solfeggio frequency, and that is for the crown chakra. There isn't a solfeggio for the soul star that I know of, and you find kind of conflictive information on the internet about it. So we're just going to use crown chakra, 963 hertz. And we are also going to use Om, because Om is the seed mantra for the third eye and the crown. And there isn't one that I know of for the soul star. In the past, I have used Hum, H-U-M, and that is just something that I totally made up for the soul star. And I also make up Gam, G-A-M, for the earth star, but that's just of my own making, and I just thought collectively we can just use Om today. So take a deep breath, roll your shoulders back, prepare yourself for going within, just kind of getting grounded and centered for the start of our week. Let's turn up the solfeggio frequencies here. Om, 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 Alright, so just so that I don't leave you guys flying off into outer space, while you're still kind of in this zone, We've connected to the soul star chakra, which is a foot above our head. And imagine that there's just this white light that's coming down. It melts down your head, your neck, your shoulders, out your arms, down your torso, down your legs, into your feet, and then deep into the earth, all the way down to the center of the earth. And now you are sort of tethered from the base of your spine into the earth, and from the top of your head into the cosmos. So you are always in alignment throughout this week, grounded and centered, but still connected to the cosmos, with your feet firmly planted in the earth. Just so that you kind of anchor in a little bit so that we don't fly off into outer space. Let's get a Soul Star Chakra card for this week. Divine Service. The divine light and emanating love of the divine rises within you now, and you are a glowing beacon of hope for others. Focus your attention and intention on being of spiritual service to others. Ask those around you how they are doing, and listen closely and compassionately to their response. If you have soul gifts you are aware of in this lifetime, use them consciously to assist others as you are called. Make time to be of service to the divine. The crystal they recommend here is morganite, and the herb is white lotus. I've been really enjoying having the journaling questions to start off the week, because journaling is a practice that I just really want to do more of, because it always brings me back to myself, and it just really helps me reconnect. So I've been wanting to make that a regular practice. So this information will be posted on the Facebook group and in Discord. The key words of this card are cosmic love, hope, and enlightenment. Our soul star chakra is a portal to the higher realms through which very high frequency light can enter our etheric field. It is believed that this chakra is the gateway through which the soul enters at birth to bind with the physical body and then departs at death when it returns to the collective. Activation and clearing of the soul star chakra throws a cosmic doorway wide open through which we can connect with the enlightened beings who exist beyond our physical reality. Tap into the divine message waiting to be translated and downloaded from your soul star chakra and connect to the divine love that glows inside of you. Your connection to the cosmic love highway is open. It's time to stand in your sovereignty and connect with your innermost power and radiate with love, so you can serve others as a beacon of hope. When you use your soul gifts consciously with others, you are in service of the divine. Surrendering to this service and giving thanks for being chosen as a channel help you feel more deeply connected to Source. From this place of connection and gratitude, total healing and abundance flow effortlessly towards you. Ask yourself, how do you invoke hope in others? Do you feel connected through the collective consciousness? Do you use your awareness to help others? Have you offered your gratitude for being chosen as a channel of light in this lifetime? How might you create ceremony to give thanks for this recognition? So I'll post those journal questions, something to contemplate this week. We also had an interesting exercise from the seasons of the moon and flame from the moon meeting, and there were a couple questions there to contemplate, she likes to use, Danielle Dulski likes to use prompts, or writing prompts. So she had the question, or the prompts or questions, I don't really know how to call what to call them, are love is ... and then you finish the sentence. So I guess that's a writing prompt, right? I don't know. And then love is not ... My place is ... My place is not ... And there were a couple other ones. Those are just the ones that I wanted to contemplate for this week. And yeah. Or is it's specifically for the first quarter week is what the... What happened to the music? Oh, did I just turn it down too low? Jeez Louise. I was like, why isn't it playing? Okay. So let's check in. We've already talked about the phases. We're starting out here with waxing crescent. And surprise! Here's a sneak peek at the new zodiac illustrations for the 2023 planner. I just wanted to start switching over and getting you comfortable. This is also pretty similar to the layout that the layout that we've been using on this weekly spread up there. Is similar to the weekly spread. I've added those lines in there and kind of made the days a little bit wider so that hopefully this will transition a little better for those of you that like using horizontal spread. And then these are the reveal of the new zodiac illustrations that I've switched to. So today we are starting off with Virgo energy. Virgo is an earth sign, and Virgo season is the time of year when we are getting ready for fall. We've got harvest season within Virgo season, and Virgo is just really good at fixing things, planning things, organizing things. So it's lovely to have a Monday here in Virgo. I really love when we have Virgo Mondays because it just helps you get ready for the week, and it helps you really want to get things done, get things organized, and it helps you to organize and plan your week so that you can utilize the best of this time and energy. So 12:06 a.m. on Tuesday, so very early in the morning. If you're on the West Coast, obviously that is 3:06 a.m. Pacific time. We're moving into Libra, and Libra energy is just so wonderful because you can basically do whatever you want to with Libra energy. We are going to balance things out. If there's anything that's off kilter or out of control, overwhelming, unbalanced, Libra helps us to bring in the balance, to even things out a little bit. And for me, I usually end up using this time because I'm just one of those people that has to go all the time. And if I stop or pause, I just crash. So I have to keep myself going. It's when it's those times when I sit down, I'm like, oh, I can't get back up again. So I use Libra time to, if I've been going, I use Libra time to relax and rest and take a break. If I have been taking too long of a break, I use Libra time to go and get things done and cross things off my list. So you can really use it however you want, just as long as you are evening things out, balancing things out. So we'll have that energy for Tuesday and Wednesday until Thursday morning at 7:47 a.m. Eastern time. We move into Scorpio, and this is going to bring us into our first quarter energy. So this is a time for first quarter. I have most of my energy around the first quarter. I think that's just where my my cycle sometimes ends up having most of the energy. However, it has switched a little bit. I'm like looking at my little moon phase wheel here. And if anybody, just because I'm talking about it, if anybody was not here at the beginning of the year and wants to kind of get a visual of how their cycle compares to the moon cycle, I use this larger wheel here for the current moon phases, and then I line up my personal cycle, being my new moon, or my new moon personal cycle, my menstrual cycle is now on the full moon. So then you can look to first quarter energy here is really my last quarter energy for my own personal cycle at this time. At the opposite end of the year, my cycle is usually opposite and in alignment with the moon. But this is just a nice way to kind of look and help you plan out if your cycle links up with the last quarter, then your first quarter is going to be when you have a lot of energy right now because it's your full moon time. So this helps me just kind of check in with my energy. Yeah, check into to see what your first quarter, that is available in the Facebook group. There's a files section on the Facebook groups, and there's a bunch of like freebie stuff in there. Some of it is a little bit outdated, but the wheel you can use anytime of the year. So check and see like what your energy level is, especially now that we've been following the moon for quite some time. Hopefully you have like a little bit of your mood tracker tracked. So you kind of have an idea of like what's going on with your personal cycle and the moon cycle. So Scorpio energy is usually kind of any water day is usually a little bit kind of difficult for me. So looking at this week, I'm going to do all of my technical stuff on Monday through Wednesday, even in Libra energy. I'm really going to try to get things done on Monday, check things off my list, get my to-dos done, because on Friday I'm usually emotional, and emotions get in the way of the practical stuff. So or I might plan like mundane tasks like laundry. Like you don't have to like put your brain into doing laundry or something like that. So I just make sure I have easy tasks to do or spiritual tasks to do on Scorpio days. That's when I might sit and do my personal tarot readings or journaling or reflecting or meditating. I like to do yoga on Scorpio days because it's movement, but it's gentle movement. So it's enough movement so that I'm not getting stuck and bogged down and depressed, but it is gentle movement so it doesn't feel like too much. And everybody's different. You're all gonna like feel differently about this energy. But Scorpio time of year is Halloween time of year. So think dark, spooky, subconscious, things that go bump in the night, things that happen in the dark, things that happen at a subconscious level. And that I just find very distracting if I needed to do accounting on Friday or something like that. I know like, hey, let's not do bookkeeping and accounting and taxes on Friday. It's not happening. Because if I do try to do that stuff on that day, it doesn't work out, even if I try. And it, then I get down on myself. I get frustrated with myself, and I'm like, why can't you do this? Like, you need to get this done. Like, you can't, like, I suck at adulting, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So we'll be in that energy, but it's fun though. It's fun too, because I would rather sit and play with my tarot cards all day. But most of us can't sit and play with our tarot cards all day, but you do your best. Do your best to work through that time. Then we're Saturday, 12:39 p.m. we will move into Sagittarius. And this is another one where I really love this transition. I love moving from Scorpio energy to Sagittarius energy because Sagittarius energy feels hopeful and you're like excited for the next adventure and you can't wait to see what's on the horizon. So shifting from that kind of like dark and mysterious energy to like, whoa, yeah, this could really happen, is really fun energy for me. I like that transition. So Saturday afternoon and Sunday and probably into a little bit of Monday too will be in Sagittarius energy. So Sagittarius is a fire sign. So this is a more activating sign than a water Scorpio sign. So just think of when you think of fire, what do you think of? You think of warmth and heat and friction and action and movement. So that's why I like to focus on the elements. You have the elemental information there for you in your 2022 planner. So this week we are flowing through Earth, starting off with Earth. This gives us a grounded foundation, solid foundation. What does the Earth energy mean to you? Earth is strong and stable and protective. Then we move into air. Air is wisdom, thinking, and knowledge. And then back down to water. Water is fluid and flows and is mutable and transformational. It can bend and shape and move as long as you go with the flow and move with that. If you try to stand still and be like if you tried to do, like I consider accounting and taxes like an earth thing. That's like a grounded, stable financial thing. The earth element is representative of finances and prosperity. So think of like a rock in the middle of a river. Like if you stand still, the water is going to wear you down and possibly cover you, get you flow over you. So we want to bend and shape and move with water instead of trying to stay rigid because it's just going to wear you down or it might run you over. So water energy is also emotional and can be spiritual. So just keep that in mind based on how you feel on any of these days with any of these elements. And then we pick back up on Saturday with fire. So movement in a very active sort of way. And all of the elements have these negative aspects. Fire can burn things down, can be destructive, can be chaotic. So everything has a light and a dark, just like we do, just like the moon does. And that is the flow of this week. Let's get a card for us. I'm really enjoying shuffling these cards right now. What do we have here? Ooh, the Isles of Wonder. Check this card out. I don't know that I've ever picked this one before. Revelation, teaching, and discovery. I love that. Okay, yes, like I wish that this light would pick things up better. This deck doesn't translate very well. Well, that doesn't translate at all. So there's an island, but it's like surrounded by this wall of waterfalls. And it looks like there's some birds flying around there. Exciting. Let's see what this card means for us. Ooh, and it's number 4. The Isle of Wonders. I love that. Some places are so precious they must be completely protected. Such is this place, the Isle of Wonders. Shrouded by the mists of the waterfalls, guarded by the turbulence of the waters, It can only be reached through becoming light and flying there. What does this mean for you? That in order to learn what your soul craves to understand, you must become light enough to travel over the waters and into the Isle of Wonders itself. When this card comes to you, know you are being guided to become light so that your soul can travel to this place and explore the marvels. It is a place of peace and of great teaching and discovery, of soulful intellect and spirited intelligence. There lies such a place deep within you, and you can discover this place within. For while the Isle of Wonder continues to exist, so too does the wonder within you. It may be time to rise above and free yourself from what has held you back, and this can take place in a subtle and potent way. It is not a literal escape, although adventure can always assist us. This is more a freeing of yourself from all that is around you, which convinces you that you can no longer learn, that it is dangerous to discover, that believing in marvels is the domain of fantasy. It is not, for this place exists to generate the belief in the marvelous, the desire to learn, and the repeated and peaceful liberation of the enchanted soul. Fly now, friend, and let yourself visit this marvelous place and learn of all that is pure and true again. I have the freedom to learn and to discover. My soul thrives on an adventure. I feel like these cards go very well together because what you learn in the Isle of Wonders is going to encourage you to be of divine service, to share that knowledge and wisdom with people, to be a beacon of light and hope. Because, I am not one to hide depression and anxiety, and I know I'm not the only one that feels that way, and that is very much so why I'm so open about it, because a lot of the ways that I deal with my own personal depression is figuring out how to separate what isn't mine, what I'm sensing and picking up on the collective, what I'm sensing and picking up from the moon energy, from the astrological energy, and also just from the people I interact with throughout the day, my clients, my friends, my family, and the random people that I meet at the grocery store. I had to learn the hard way to realize, like, this isn't mine. This is not my energy. And from sending it back, separating it and sending it back, I have actually learned that I am a happy person. I have reasons to be grateful. I have reasons to be happy. I have reasons to be excited, when before it was so clouded and diluted with things that weren't my own. So by learning to separate that, and the message for this week is learning new things, learning how to connect to cosmic energies, learning how to connect to the energy within, to your intuition, to your guides, to your higher self, to spirit, whatever, or God, whatever it is that you believe in. By connecting to that energy, we're able to put it out into this world that I know, just based on having experienced what other people are feeling, that other people aren't feeling that good. So if we can all just bring like a little tiny sliver of hope, there's more of a chance that other people will feel hopeful, and that we really can find peace and happiness and tranquility and bliss. So the Lionsgate portal on August 8th, I thought I would just take a moment to tell you my first experience with it. Because to be honest, I think it was really just timing. Was it like when I experienced it for the first time, I think it was just the right time for me. So I think like if you're turned off by it, then you're turned off by it. Just like walk away from it. Maybe there will be another time where it resonates with you or makes sense. So personally, I was turned off by it at first. Well, that's not true. Hold on. Cheers, my smoothie is so good today. I was attracted to it at first because of the lion, because I'm a Leo, because of lion energy. I was like, ooh, what's the Lionsgate portal? And doing research about it and learning a little bit about Sirius. Sirius is the dog star. And I was like, what? This doesn't have anything to do with lions. So I was like, this is dumb. I thought it was just some stupid like astrological mainstream pop astrology hype kind of stuff. I was like, oh, Sirius is a dog planet. Like this is dog energy. Not that there's anything wrong with dog energy, but I was like, lion energy. Yes, let's get lion energy. And I guess the only reason that it's called the Lionsgate portal is because it's in Leo season. So it kind of turned me on. I mean, I was aware of it and I acknowledged it, but I didn't do anything to actually tap into that energy. So I think it just like wasn't the right time for me. And when I finally did, because it's my birthday, I purchased this like I treated myself. I was like, I'm going to buy this Lionsgate kit because it had like this beautiful imagery of lions on it. It came with some crystals and like I think a candle and I don't know, like some oil or something. And I was like, oh, this like the imagery was absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and I love things with lions on it. So I just decided to purchase it. Purchased it from Sage Goddess. Which I share her new moon rituals a lot. I like that she makes things very quick and easy. And I think she is so popular and mainstream that I think it makes these kind of things like moon energy easily accessible for the general population. So that's why I really like referring people to her, because for me, her new moon ceremonies was a stepping stone for really committing to following the moon, and it led me here. So I know not everybody resonates with her and her teachings or her, but it was a stepping stone for me, and so that's why I refer it to people, especially who are just learning and stepping into astrology, moon energy, crystal energy, that sort of thing. So she does a Lionsgate portal ceremony. It's recorded. It's not live like her new moon ceremonies. And the kit went along with that. So the reason she records it instead of doing it live is so that anybody in any time zone can activate this energy at 8 o'clock in their time zone. So it's pre-recorded. It was 2020. I've only been tapping into this energy for 2 years. Wait, 3 years. Oh, was it 2019? I don't know. Anyways, it hasn't been very long because I've at least done it 3 times, and this time will be the 4th. Yeah, so it must have been before that. But anyways, so I got the kit. I made the point to set an alarm for 8 o'clock p.m. I think I try to do 8 in the morning too, but it never works out. And you're connecting to the energy of 8. In numerology, 8 is infinity, so it opens you up to infinite possibilities. So that's why we just try to get that 8 in there as many times as possible. So I lit my candle. I listened to the meditation, and oh, you know what? This story I'm telling is not the first time. I don't think I had the kit the first time. I think I got it the second time. Um, yeah, okay, so the first time the first time I didn't have any tools or energy or anything, and I don't know if I knew about her live stream. I think I did it the second year. I think, okay, that's what it was. I'm sorry. So the first year I just did something on my own. I meditated on that day. It was a very stormy day where I was. So I think I had the day off, and I was like, oh, cool, I have the day off. Now I'm going to really be able to tap into this energy. And so I think I meditated at 8 in the morning, and it was a day off. So I felt lighter. I felt freer. I felt like I can do whatever I want. And I didn't really have a plan for the day. Like normally my days off are filled with like chores and stuff to do, and I just like really wanted to just take the day off to have it off. And it was a very stormy day, but I had this feeling and sensation all day long, as if I had been sitting out in the sun all day. And it's this feeling, I call it like sun-kissed energy. It's like your skin just feels warm and it's like you're glowing from the inside out, if that makes sense. Like imagine that you've been at the beach all day and you come home and you're tired, but it's like a good tired. It's like a rejuvenated tired, and you just feel like warm and glowing and like you had a good day. And that is how I felt the entire day, even though I was inside and it was raining. And so it wasn't like it was a sunny day and I really was feeling sun-kissed energy. And I was literally like I felt like I was floating. Like I think I was wearing like this long flowy dress, and I was just like walking around the house just like floating. I was just like, this is so great. Like I feel like I'm outside, but I'm not outside. And it was like I felt like I was laying out in the sun even though I was indoors. So that was the first time that I was like, whoa, this is real. Like, this is real. And so then the next year, I splurged, treated myself, got the Lionsgate portal kit that she had, which was like candles and crystals. And I think it had this mat with an altar mat with like this beautiful lion art on it. And that was when I set the timer, did it at 8 o'clock. And this was in 2020. So 2020 was the second time that I tapped into the Lionsgate portal energy. And so it was August of 2020. I hadn't seen any of my friends because we were all in quarantine. And so for the first time since March of 2020, my friends invited me to a cookout, and I was like, oh God, of course they're going to invite me the one time that I like have something planned that I want to do. So I purposely left the cookout at like 7:30 so that I could be home by 8 and do the meditation. And so we were sitting on their back porch, and I could feel the energy, that same sun-kissed energy, even though, again, this was a cloudy day and we were in the shade. We weren't sitting in the sun, and we were sitting on the back porch having a conversation, but I kept like zoning out, and it was like in the back of my mind, there was like this like code, like this number, I don't know what it's called, like computer code, like numbers in vertical columns. Like I could like see it in the background while I was having conversations with other people. And I remember just noticing that and being like, what the fuck is happening right now? So I was like, I really wanted to spend time with them, but at the same time I was just like, we gotta get home by 8 because I don't know what's going on. And I felt spacey, but in a good way, like in a like high sort of buzzy kind of way. And I just could like see that code like in the background. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. I'm not Claire, I'm cognizant, but I don't usually get visuals like that. What is seeing? What is Claire seeing? Clairsentient is feeling. What is visual? I can't even think of it right now, but I'm usually not that. Occasionally I'll get like flashes of visuals, but it's not my main psychic gift. So having those like numbers in the background was super weird to me, like super weird. And I don't even know if they were numbers. They could have been symbols, like hieroglyphs, like vertical lines of numbers and symbols. So I went home, I set up my little altar with my candle and my mat, and I listened to her meditation. I honestly couldn't tell you anything about the meditation, but I was just really feeling like connected to that energy. And this, like, the reason I'm explaining this here and now is because I want to encourage people to do it, because it opened me up to this whole new possibility of life. Like, it made me feel like a new person. It made me feel like I had like shed off this old skin of myself. And it honestly led to the creation of the planner, because after that, like, I had already kind of been planning it for myself, but after that, it was just like, that was what I was like, wait, I need to share this with people. It's not like, because I originally started creating the planner for myself, because I was trying to use the Happy Planner is what I used to use before, because it has the vertical layout that I love, or one of them has the vertical layout that I love. And I was just getting tired of like basically having to make my own planner every month. I was like, okay, I need to like just make something and print it, and then it's there, because it was getting to be too much work to every week or every month, like look up all the moon phases, look up all the planets, look up all the like everything that was going on, and then like compiling it, and then basically making my own planner, even though I was still like paying for this Happy Planner that I already used. And then I decided, I was like, I can't start things on the first of the month. Like, I just can't do it. So that was like the really big shift and push, that when I decided like I need to start things on the new moon, like I know this, but I was still living my life month to month with the Gregorian calendar, even though I was following the moon. And it just like, it wasn't working for me. It was not working. So I was just like, why am I forcing myself? It's like I'm the square peg trying to fit into the cylinder hole. And it just, like, it wasn't working for me. So I needed this format of having a monthly calendar that started on the new moon, whatever day of the month that was. And again, this was going to be for me, like just so that I could live my life and stay productive and on top of things, because I just felt like so scatterbrained and all over the place. And this format was like the container and the foundation and format that like I needed to like be able to maintain my business, maintain my life, my adult life that I like was trying so hard to like run away from. And it was the Lionsgate portal that opened me up to thinking like, maybe somebody else needs this. Maybe I'm not the only one that's struggling right now. And especially in 2020, it was just like, how can I like give back without massage? I was trying to figure out who I am as a person without my business, because I was forced to shut down. And I was just like, I want to share this wisdom with other people. So it was not the Lionsgate portal that gave me the idea, but it was the thing that gave me the confidence to put it out in the world. And that is lion energy. It's Leo energy. Even though Sirius is the dog planet or the dog star, it just really opened me up. It made me believe in myself. It made me believe that other people were like me and needed help and wanted something like this. And it connected me to, I've always felt alone. I felt like I didn't belong here. And connecting to the Lionsgate energy reminded me that, like, I came here for a reason. I wanted to be here, so I may as well make the best of it and try to make myself happy, to love myself enough to live my life for me and not for everybody else. Like, why was I trying to fit in for so long when all it did was hurt me? Like, by trying to fit in, I felt like I was shaming myself. It was like, well, I didn't love myself enough to, like, present that self to the world. So I don't know. It just opened me up in this incredibly insane way. And as someone who is clairsentient and does not feel good the majority of the time, that year, that day in 2020, and it did last a couple days for me. That was probably the only day that I ever felt good in 2020, because so many people were hurting during that time. So many people are still hurting. And that eventually led me to really forcing myself to separate from that energy so that I can still understand how other people are feeling, but to not be taking on that pain and suffering. I can't wait for the Lionsgate energy. I have already started kind of feeling it since we have already stepped into this portal. So I hope that maybe my story encourages you to at least take, how about 8 minutes? How about take 8 minutes sometime throughout the day on August 8th, set a timer for 8 minutes and just say that you're open to receiving. This position of your hand says that you're opening to receiving the information, and see what happens. I dare ya. I double dog dare ya for the Sirius dog star. So take a trip to the Isles of Wonder for revelation, teaching, and discovery so that you can be of divine service. I'll post all of the card information in Discord and on Facebook. If you ever want to have an individual card for the week, a personal card for the week, that is available in my coffee shop. I had to switch the new candle sub box over to the website, so I'll leave that link in the description below so that you can find it there if you're interested. This month, I'll be mailing them out today on Monday. And there's a special 8/8 candle in there, so make sure you get your subscription so that you get it by the 8th, hopefully. And I appreciate your support. Thank you so much for listening to this long rant. I hope you have a good week, and we'll see you next week. The Just a Phase Moon Planner gives you all of the information that you need to learn about the moon phases and to start following along with the moon. This includes zodiac information and seasonal information. Every month starts on the new moon and provides activities as well as space to set intentions and plenty of blank space. Weekly vertical spreads provide plenty of room to plan your day as well as set intentions and pull weekly cards. Full moon information as well as more activities and more blank space to create the month and make it as creative and unique as you are. Join a community of fellow moon lovers to discuss, plan, dream, set intentions, and to share your experience. Together, at the end of the year, we will reflect on the entire year and start planning for the year ahead. All of this is getting into flow with the cycle of the seasons, the year, the moon phases, as well as your own personal birth chart and cycle. Order your copy of the Just a Phase Moon Planner today to finish out the rest of 2022 by getting in touch with yourself and the moon.